Hey ISV marketers, Adam Berezin here from msdynamicsworld.com. Thanks so much for joining me for another ISV marketing tip clip. It's going to be a fun one today because we're going to talk about your sales pipeline, and I'm going to challenge some perceptions that ISVs have about the nature of their sales pipelines. As a Dynamics ISV, or really any B2B organization for that matter, your sales pipeline is kind of like a living, breathing entity, almost like a baby. If you think about it, it has to be fed, nurtured, carefully looked at. It requires constant attention. Marketing is the fuel that powers any sales pipeline because it provides that constant flow of leads that essentially sustain it. And as a marketer, how often do you think you need to be generating leads? The answer is always. That may sound obvious to some people, but believe it or not, to lots of others, it's not an obvious thing. When I'm discussing marketing strategies with different Dynamics ISVs, sometimes I'll hear things like, well, we have too much business to handle, or I don't know what to do with all the leads we have, or, we're not doing any direct lead generation activities, or really any lead generation activities at all for the moment because we're trying to work more closely with partners. Here's a reality check for ISVs who think that way. Really, there's three things. The first is that there's absolutely no such thing as ever having too much business or too many leads to handle. It's impossible. If you can't focus on the existing leads that you have and at the same time generate new ones, then you need to hire more people, plain and simple. The second is that your sales pipeline can never be too full. It's not a gas tank. You will never, ever close all the leads in your sales pipeline. That's a fact. But, to make up for this, you have to be constantly finding new ways to generate leads. And the best way to do that is to have a dedicated program or marketing schedule that consists of a diverse set of programs running consistently throughout the year. Whether it's, including some in-person trade shows or online marketing, just don't ever rely on a single event or two or other activity or two to generate all of your leads for the entire year. You need, once again, that diverse set of marketing programs to run throughout the whole year so you can have consistent lead generation. Number three, partners will never effectively market your solutions to their customers. There's a saying that I absolutely love, and it's, nobody can sell your solution better than you can. I'm not sure who first said that, but it's so true. I love that saying. And in another one of my clips, I won't get into too much detail about this. It's the whole ISV partner relationships because I talk about it in another clip that's titled or that discusses a hybrid selling strategy for ISVs. But more importantly, you have a great solution. We know this, okay? But guess what? There are hundreds of ISVs out there that also have great solutions. So in order to separate yourselves from your competitors, you have to do direct marketing. And if you don't have a direct sales force to follow up on those leads, you just pass those leads on to partners. You pass the leads that you get from direct marketing activities on to new partners to get in the door with them and existing partners to strengthen your relationships. It's very simple. Overall, I would say that lead qualification should be automated. You need to have some type of marketing automation system, which is really ideal because it'll bring greater efficiency and transparency at many levels in your company. And that efficiency and visibility should really illuminate the fact that a single burst of leads from an event or another one-time source is not going to fill your sales pipeline up with warm leads for very long. I'm Adam Berezin. Once again, I want to thank you so much for joining me for this ISV marketing tip clip. I can always be reached if you have questions or comments at aberezin@msdynamicsworld.com. Thanks again and have a great marketing day.